Morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to Project Elizabeth. We've got the new door. That's not new door, sorry. The door is back from the painters. Well, the sun's just gone in, strangely enough, but it is a sunny day today and we're not going to have too many of those, seeing as it's now mid-October. So I am going to get the seats cleaned in this today. I haven't touched the inside of it at all, so I'm going to give it a quick hoover and then we'll get the cashing machine out and get these seats cleaned, and also going to get the door on, and we're also going to get the aerial on, and then that'll be pretty much it then. And we can take it for an MOT hopefully. Fingers crossed. Not a thumbs up, fingers crossed. Let's do it. Let's get on with it. Not the new door, let me show you it. The repaired door is here. They've made a beautiful job of it. You would never know. Absolute brilliant job of it. £200 it cost me, so I'm happy with that. Would have liked it to have been less, obviously. 150 would have been nice, but I'm pleased with that. I don't know whether they've completely blown in the whole door or not. He didn't say. I should have asked actually. I don't know whether he has. He probably has, to be honest, I imagine, because I can see there's bits of polish around there, so I imagine he has yeah, cut and polished it, so he would the entire thing, so he probably has painted the entire door, so that's fine. Obviously what we have to hope is it matches. Fingers crossed. Looks a bit darker in there, I have to say, but that is in the garage, whereas this is out in the fresh air, so fingers crossed it's going to work. We won't know until we change it, of course. We will do that in this video. However, as I just said, we need to get these seats clean. They don't show up the dirt as much, these seats, but I'm sure they are dirty. I can't see any stains on any of them particularly, but I'm just going to give it a hoover inside because it's not even had one of those yet. We'll give it a hoover and get these seats cleaned. So I'll be back when we get the car out and we get it cleaned, and hopefully I'll take the back seat out again, just the you know, the pad, the seat pad, and the boot carpet, and they can go out in the garden, although it is clouded over now, typical. It is quite warm today, it's 16 degrees, so hopefully they'll dry off and I can leave the windows open and they'll dry off. Anyway, let's get on with it. Right, let's have a look at the water. Ugh. It's grim, isn't it? Black, look at that, it's black. Oh, it's horrible. That's amazing. So although these seats, because of the colour of them, not the light grey, the dark grey. I've never ever seen these. I think I've already mentioned that. I've never ever seen this colour in the dog tooth before. But yeah, they're all nice and clean now. Soaking wet, but clean. And put the other bits around the garden out there. The seat pad, a decent set of mats with this car, so I've cleaned those. That's a first, I think. Normally I throw the mats straight in the bin. But yeah, and the obviously the boot mat as well is all nice and clean now. Right, that's that for the time being. We'll empty that out, put that away. Next thing we need to do, I think, is get this aerial on. Yeah, let's do that. Right, morning back, welcome back. More than a few days has passed, actually. It's probably been the best part of 2 weeks has passed since that last little clip where I said, right, let's do the aerial. As you can see, I haven't done it. The reason being, as you know, if you're a regular viewer, you will see that I've been working on the new project, Glam, whatever it's called. I've forgotten the sodding names now. The pinky car, and also on the white pop as well. I've been working on that to try and get that one finished, and we got a couple of issues with broken bumper brackets, which have arrived, but I decided now I need to get this one finished, because I have got someone that definitely wants this one, so I want to get this one finished first. Got to change the door today. Roy the locksmith has just been. If you remember from when I did the walk around video, we had an aftermarket lock-in petrol cap, which he has kindly removed for me, and I've put just a bog standard MOT compliant, I have to say. Yeah, cheap one, £8 or £5, £6, something like that from eBay. So that takes care of that. I've given the engine a little bit of a clean up. I've topped up the oil. If you remember, the oil was extremely low in this one, so I've topped that up. I've given the engine bay a bit of a wipe over. It wasn't particularly dirty. This was a very clean car, so it wasn't particularly dirty at all. I've topped up the washer fluid. I've just got to check the radiator. I think that's okay, but I'll double check that. So I want to get this done today. As I say, I have booked an MOT for Monday. Today is Thursday. Sorry, no, today is Wednesday, and I've booked an MOT for next Monday. The only other thing I've got to do, I've cleaned the seats, obviously. You saw that. Was it earlier on in this video? I think it was. They're obviously, as I say, that was a little while ago. I don't know if my imagination, but they do still feel a little bit damp for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. I think it must be my imagination. Maybe they're just cold. Got to clean all the plastics. I've got to do that air vent, and so I need to take the stereo out and get that air vent out and replace that. Obviously, when I've put the door on, I can put the kick panel back on, and so on and so forth. And I think then, once I've done this aerial, I need to put all the trims and that back, check all that, make sure that all works. I'll do the aerial next, actually, because when I take the stereo out, if for some reason it don't work, then it's out, isn't it? And I think that's it. I think that is it. Doesn't need a service. It's got all new, brand new oil in it now, because it was extremely low. It was just on the bottom. I thought it wasn't barely registering, but it was. It was actually right at the bottom of the minimum, or on the minimum line. So I believe the difference between minimum and maximum, I think, is 1.6 litres, I believe, off the top of my head. And that's approximately what I've put in, and it is now at the top, on the top line. We have to obviously hope there's not an oil leak, and I will put some cardboard underneath for when I start the car up, just to be on the safe side, that it's not leaking. I don't think it will be. Yeah, what else is there? I think that's it. When I do this door, we will probably have to, possibly have to adjust this wing, although at present the gap is perfect. Obviously the only issue might be whether that door matches or not. We haven't got it on the car since I picked it up a couple of weeks ago, after being repaired, so we don't really know whether it's going to match or not. Fingers crossed it does. I want to be able to send the lady who is probably more than likely going to buy this one, I want to be able to send her some photographs today. So I need to get it all done, get it cleaned up and photographed. The wing, I think the bonnet needs, the wing needs moving over very, very slightly. The bonnet bumper wing. The bonnet is overhanging slightly, so it just needs to move. I think it's out, it needs to come, I believe. I think it's that overhang. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, that's what the plan is for today on this car. I'm hoping that it's not going to take me all day. It shouldn't do. There's not a huge amount to do, really. So I've got a spare key for this one now, as well as I got Roy, as he was here doing that, I thought while he's here I might as well get him to cut a spare key. So I've got a spare key for this car, and I've also got a spare key for the orange car as well. Orange car, pink car. I've also got a spare for that one as well. I thought I would spend the money on doing that. Now, there is a possible issue with that orange car, but I'm not going to go into it on this video because this is about this car, Project Elizabeth. So let's first of all shut the bonnet, and then we'll get on and we'll do that aerial. I'll set you up on time lapse for that. We'll quickly get that done, put all the trims back, and then we'll, I think what the next thing we'll do is give it all a good clean, and then we'll do the air vents. So my wife's not here at the moment, she's gone down the shop, so obviously I need her. My daughter's at work today, not working at home, so I can't get her, who normally helps me, to put the doors on, so I'll get my wife to help me. She's not working today, thankfully, so much to her dismay, I'm working on cars, but c'est la vie. Anyway, let's enough of this waffling, let's get on. As you could see, I had a bit of trouble getting that out. It just did not want to come out, and it separated. This came off, which is not a bad thing, because one, it's got to come off anyway, and two, it gives you a little bit more to hold on to. There's not a lot you can grip onto here. You can just sort of grip onto it there, and the suction with that in those sort of rubber vents is quite immense, and I've never had one that bad before. So it's actually this bit that has actually come out. I think it's not, I think this, is that bit okay? Yeah, no, that bit's all right. There's nothing wrong with the back bit, it's just this piece. So hopefully it's not broken and it's just come out. If it has, I think I've got some spare bits. I haven't got a whole bit, but I think I've got some spare bits. Has that come off? Maybe it has broken actually. I'm gonna have to see what I've got. I don't want to have to buy a new one of these. I think it's just, try and bend it without breaking it. I don't know how it's actually happened. Why is it not coming out? There we go. Yeah, I don't think it has come out. It's just come out of the, it's come out of where it sits. So I need to bend it and get it back into, which is proving, I suppose I could probably try and heat it up to do it, but I think we'll get it in there eventually. It's just a matter of getting it in the right position. Maybe it needs to come right out and then put that side in first, maybe. Let's take that out, put that side in first, and then try and get it in the other way. That might be better. Always scared of snapping these things. Have I got one missing here? No. Right, get that in there. And then, it's not got much bend in this. It normally, there we go, I think that's it. Got it. That's it. Right, now this bit came off. I've got to get this bit back on. So I'm still hoping that there's not a bit that's broken on here. So this is a bit on the tricky side, this bit, because the flaps just want to move. You've got to stop them from moving whilst you slot this bit on. This might take some time, so I'm going to pause you until I've done it. Otherwise we'll be here all day. Okay, it's done. It wasn't too bad in the end. I got it done. Can't see me, can you? Yeah, we're done. Right. Luckily, that was a fiddly little bleeder. Now we have to line up the vents. Let's do it this way around so you can see what I'm doing. You can, yep. So you have to line the vents up. These bits here, they've got movement in them, side to side. So you can sort of line them up as best you can on getting it the right way around. It also helps. Nope, I did it the right way around. See what I mean about my videos are warts and all. As I say, you know, if I do things wrong, these are likely things that you may well do wrong, so don't follow what I do. Do as I say, not as I do, I suppose. That old chestnut. Right, so we need to line that up, so that needs to move over a smidge. That one needs to move over a smidge, and then you do that, and then it should. That's it. Fixed. Hey, just like that. Just like that. That's good. Right, let's get that back in. Another job done. Excellente. What a nightmare that was. I couldn't believe that. I had my wife out here helping me, because when I was putting the bolt on the bottom, it seems to be the ones that was the one that had a 22mm bolt. Some of the other ones have, I think, is it a 13mm or a 10mm? I can't remember now. But it always seems to be the problem when it's the 22mm, and I don't know why that is particularly. But I couldn't, I put the sealant on it as I always do, left it in position. I then did the vents, and I thought I'd let the sealant go off a little bit and help to sort of stick it. So I came back to it sort of, I don't know, 20 minutes or so later, trying to carefully screw up the bolt, and it wouldn't go on. I had to get my wife to come out and stand on something and just hold the aerial in position. I was doing the bolt up, and I couldn't get the bolt up tight enough. It was loose, and the aerial base was just turning, and I couldn't figure out why. So I had to take it all off. I ended up with sealant spread all over the roof, which I've cleaned up, thankfully. It's just starting to spit with rain. It's not meant to be raining at all today. I don't know why it's spitting with rain. But it was just an absolute nightmare. So I cleaned all the sealant off, and I cleaned the sealant off of the actual aerial as well. And then I got my wife to come back out, and we did it. I sort of gently did it up, and we managed to get it done in the end. But it was a nightmare. I've never had one like that before. They can be challenging sometimes, but not quite as bad as that. But yeah, I tested the radio. It's all working lovely. So I've got all that back on. All the back bits and pieces of trims are on. Yeah, so what we need to do now, I think we'll do the door next. So I'll get this door off, then I'll go and borrow my wife again to support the end of it, so I can slip the new one on. Well, once we've got that done, we'll give it all a big clean inside. Hopefully the wing will all be okay, hopefully it will match. I have noticed, I have pumped this up already a couple of weeks ago, but we seem to have a puncture in this tyre. So once we've done all that, I'm going to get that off and have a look at it. See if there's a nail in the tyre or something like that. It's only a slow puncture. It's taken a good couple of weeks to go down, but obviously can't leave it like that. I'll see if it's fixable. If not, I'll go down and get a new tyre before Monday. Because as I said, the MOT's Monday. I need to check them all anyway. I think they're all okay actually, tread-wise. And you know, there's no damage to them as far as I'm aware. So yeah, glad that's done. So, right, yeah, let's do the door. Let's get on with it. Right, let's do this. So, I need to disconnect the battery actually first, before we go any further. Right, that's the earth disconnected. So I need to disconnect the plug, which is that one. Come on, you bugger. That's it. Right, now we've got to feed that plug through, which is always challenging. Okay, it is really spitting me rain. That's that. So I've got to undo these 10mm nuts, and then the door will just, as before, lift off as if by magic. we didn't do the check strap up, so we don't need to remove that. Right, that's that. Now, you know what I should have done? Wind the window down. Actually, no, it don't matter. Does it matter? It's just easier to carry. Nah, sod it. Means plugging it back in again. That'll do. Right, let's lift it off. Okay. Put you here so you can see. In fact, put you a little bit further back. Right, let's lift it off. We'll just leave it to one side for the time being. Then we'll go and get the new one out. Take the mirror off actually. Go and get the new one out, or the old one, the repaired one. Get that on a bit of cardboard or something on the floor just to protect it. Right, let's do it. Let's lift it. Ready? Just like that. If only it was easy to get it back on again. Right. We've already cleaned all that up down there and we don't need to do that. Right, so I'll go and get the other door out, then I'll give my wife a call, see if she can come out and help me in the rain. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. Why is it raining? It's supposed to be 20, well, it's quite warm today, but it's meant to be 20 degrees today and they don't give rain. Right, be with you in a sec. You won't be in it. Well, I just need you to support it at the end there while I lift it onto the pins. Let me just get it sort of lined up in position. Hang on, let go. That's... Right, so yeah, if you can sort of support it at the bottom. Got it? Ready?
Hang on.
Okay, I've got the main weight of it, it's just the lining it up. Come out a little bit. Nearly there. Okay, that's it, thank you.
Sure.
Yep. Yes, fine, you can let go. Thank you. Right. Okay. Match looks okay actually. I know I haven't shut the door yet. I mean, it's new paint, so it looks a little bit brighter, but the car is dirty, so once the car's cleaned, what I should have done really is got the wing done as well. That would have made more sense, but I didn't. I don't know what it looks like through the camera there. It does look darker. It's not too bad actually. Colour match is okay. I think it will just need a polish up, not cut and polish, but you know, just a brighten up polish on the wing and possibly the quarter panel. But I think the quarter panel's okay. Oh, so heavy these doors. Right, let's carry on. Right. So first thing is actually let's do the bolts up first. No, let's thread all this back through first. I say it's not quite so difficult getting it back the other way. There we go. It comes through straight away pretty much. He says. There we go. That's it. Right. That's that. Let's plug that in. Is that fully out? No. Make sure I'm getting in the right way. There we go. Right, that's that plugged in. Let me get that out of the way of the bonnet release. They all slot into there. Right, okay, so check strap. No, let's do the bolts. Let's do the nuts back up first. One up there. Check we're turning it the right way, because it's always confusing when it's upside down, isn't it? That's tight. And then the other one from the top. I'm getting wet. I think once we've done this, we're going to have to pause this until the rain stops. It's no fun doing this in the rain. Right, that's the bolts done up, and now we want to put the check strap in, which we need to bend into the right position. Get that started. I always do these up manually, because if you've got it slightly cross-threaded, you can feel it, whereas if you do it with an electric wrench, you can't, and then you bugger the thread up. There you go, that's that done. Right, hopefully it will shut in the right place, and the gaps will be okay. Let's have a look. Do it carefully. Yep, spot on. Absolutely spot on. Look at that. How cool is that? You can see a colour difference through the camera, but you know what? It is so minute, the difference, that you wouldn't know. Unless I told you, you wouldn't know. You honestly wouldn't know. The gap is equal, I think. Yeah, gap's equal all the way down. They made a cracking job of repairing this. Absolutely cracking job. It lines up perfect. It's really nice job. Well pleased with that. Yeah, let's get the window wound up. Right, I'm going to go in while it's raining. I'm not doing this in the rain. And then as soon as it stopped raining, we'll come back out and we'll carry on. That's it, all clean inside. All the plastic's cleaned. Stereo's put back in properly. Cleaned all in the boot. I've hoovered. I put the existing mats in there, which are proper Fiat ones, which I'd cleaned at the same time I cleaned the seats. They've been sitting in the boot. Door cards on. Yeah, everything's back together nicely. Right, the only thing that I've got left to do, I've got to take that wheel off. I've got to put the arch liner on, which is sitting over there. Do up the final couple of bolts on this wing. Adjust that wing stroke bonnet gap, and then I've got to take this wheel off the other side and have a look at this puncture. See what's causing that. And then, I don't know if I've got that, yeah, there was a couple of little bits of paint I've got to touch up, very little. There's a tiny bit on this wing here. I don't think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. This was a really clean car. Tiny bit there. Yeah, it's next to nothing. Next to nothing. It's a really, really clean car. Can't wash it properly. Can't snow foam it because we've still got a sodding hosepipe ban, which is a pain in the arse. So yeah, just got to do it with bucket and sponge. So we'll do that afterwards, but let's get this done. Shall I bother filming? No, I'm not going to bother filming this. I'll just get it on. We'll come back, we'll give it a wash, and then they'll be done. And then we just, unfortunately I couldn't get an MOT this week, so we've got to wait till next week. But yeah, everything's done. Brakes were done. Well, I can't remember if I did the brakes on this one or not. I'm doing so many cars at the same time, and turnover of them is quite quick. I just lose track of what I've done. I've got a feeling I did the brakes on this one, but obviously once I get the wheel off, I'll know that for sure anyway. Or maybe they're okay, I don't know. Anyway, let's get that on and then we'll come straight back. Or get that on, get that done, and we'll come straight back. Right, we are all done. Everything's finished. Couple of issues, one issue. I took that wheel off and I've looked at the tyre in detail and I cannot find anything in the tyre that's causing it to go down. So, I mean, it's a really good tyre. It's a cheap tyre, but it's getting on for brand new. So I think what I will do, I pumped it up. It takes at least a week to go down, if not longer. So I think what I will do, I'll make sure it's pumped up for the MOT, and then what I'll do is, unless I get a chance beforehand, I'll take it down to the tyre place where I'll get my tyres and get them to have a look and see if it can be repaired. If they can figure out where they can patch it properly from inside. Failing that, I'll just whack a new tyre on it. It's not worth the messing around. Obviously, I can't have a tyre that's going to go down in 2 weeks. I don't do that. I'm sure some people who sell cars do. I think I've got to clean it. I am going to give that a polish. I'm not going to worry about it on this video because I want to finish this video here. Reason being, time's getting on and I want to get this video uploaded for tonight. So I'm fast running out of time. So we are all done. Arch liner's on. Everything's done. Everything's clean. Everything's working. All the fluids are topped up. Oil's topped up. Coolant's topped up. Washer fluid is topped up. It's all been serviced before. I don't need to service it. The number plates are all in good condition, so I'm not replacing any of those. I probably will replace just the screws, just to put the caps on it. Yeah, done. It is done. Project Elizabeth. Now, as I say, I have a buyer. I've got clean windows as well, but I am going to go over it now. Not on this video, because I'm not going to show you me cleaning it, because, as I say, I need to get this video uploaded. But yeah, it's all done. It's all clean inside. Obviously all the door shuts and everything, I'll be doing all that down there. I mean, that's still filthy dirty there. I'll be doing all that when I clean the inside. I'll get an air freshener in here, get this cleaned today, and then get some photographs of it and send it to the lady who wants to hopefully buy it. I think she's been after one for a little while. I've told her about this one. I haven't told her the mileage and so on. I don't even think she knows it's a Cat S actually, but yeah, I'll give her all that information obviously as and when she comes to have a look, which I'm hoping might even be, no, she could come and look at it tomorrow if she really wants to, but obviously it's not going to be ready till next week because of the MOT. Yeah, so that's it. So don't think there's anything more to say about this one. So yeah, that is the end of Project Elizabeth. I will update you on another video just to let you know about the MOT. Obviously if it does fail anything on the MOT, I will do that. Fingers crossed it doesn't. But if there's any advisories, depending on what they are, I will do them. Project Elizabeth is finished. So as always, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, hit the button up there, subscribe to the channel, help to push the numbers up, give us a thumbs up if you like these videos. Even if you don't like them, give us a thumbs up. Push our numbers up, get the videos out there to more and more people, more and more people. So, thank you again for watching. Until the next project, which will be one of these two you'll be seeing in the next few days. Yeah, until then, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.